Hi guys, and welcome back to La Cocina de Andreas. Now, today what we're going to be making is a special sauce known as Romesco sauce. Now, this is typically used on grilled foods, especially fish. However, today I'm going to be putting it on chicken. It also goes really well on steak, so it's a really versatile food that you can use at all kinds of cookouts and the sort during the summer. Now, to begin, there's only a couple really easy ingredients, and it's honestly a super easy dish to put together, so we're just going to get right into it. So first, you have a quarter cup of extra virgin olive oil. You have a cup of almonds. Half are sliced, half are whole. It adds a nice different kind of variation in texture that can be really good, especially when you're making a sauce, to have those kind of different chunks. Usually you want to use 2 cloves of garlic. Now, the garlic at our house was a little bit smaller, so we decided to go with 3 just to make sure we don't lose that kind of really good garlicky flavor. So we're going with 3. If you have bigger cloves, you can stick to 2. That was just more of a personal decision. We have 4 plum tomatoes. They are peeled, and you're just going to kind of, a little bit on the smaller side. You know, you don't want it to be super tomatoey that it kind of overpowers everything else, but you still want to have that nice, tomato flavor that's so apparent in kind of Spanish cuisine. We have 14 ounces of sliced roasted peppers. Now, ours are jarred. I'd originally usually just use the stove and kind of roast them myself. However, unfortunately, it's summer, it's like 96 here, it's super hot, and we don't really want to heat up the kitchen and the whole rest of the house, especially in this heat. So we're just kind of working with jarred ones. If you can roast them yourself, that's perfect. Homemade's always better. But for us today, we're cool with just working with jarred, and that works perfectly. Next, we have the juice from 1/2 a lemon. Squeeze that yourself. If you want to buy juice from the store, again, that works, but homemade's always better. On that exact vein, we have 2 tablespoons of breadcrumbs. Now, you can buy this from the store. I made those myself. I just had an extra slice of stale bread around that we ground up and made into breadcrumbs. These are really helpful. If you want to buy store-bought, that's fine. Panko always works. These are just some I made myself. And then last, you obviously got salt and pepper. And what we're going to go grab real quick is some parsley from outside, because that's going to be really helpful in this dish as well. All right, we're back. Now we're in the herb garden, and it's time to grab some parsley. Now, we don't want to worry about any of these. We're specifically going for this right here. Now, you just want to get a good amount. Take your trusty scissors. Be careful. They're sharp. And just cut it right there. You want to have some of the stems for the flavor, but you don't want too much, or it can kind of overpower that really nice freshness that parsley is going to bring to this dish. Especially when you're going with kind of the meats and the fish. It really adds some extra oomph to your dish that just really makes it taste amazing. Now, we're going to head back in, and we're going to toss this in with the rest of the ingredients. All right, welcome back. Now that we have our parsley, it's time to put everything together and make the sauce. Now, as I said, it's really easy. All you need to do is just put all your ingredients in here, blend them together, and that's it. Now, the consistency you're going for is, as I said, somewhere in between kind of a little bit smooth, so it goes well on the sauce as a sauce, but it's still got a little bit of crunch and a little bit of texture to just kind of give it a little bit of distinction from, say, just a barbecue sauce. So, all you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to add in your olive oil, your almonds, your 2 to 3 cloves of garlic, your 4 peeled plum tomatoes, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. Your sliced roasted tomatoes. There we go. Your lemon, breadcrumbs, finally, you grab a towel because you want to make sure you don't get everything everywhere. It can be a little bit messed up. And finally, you want to add in your little bit of parsley, your salt, get a nice hearty pinch, spread that on top. I'm going to toss in another one because salt really adds the flavor. You want to get your pepper. There we go, nice bit of pepper. And then a secret ingredient that we found from rigorous testing here. It's not traditional, but we found that anchovies, they just add a little bit of extra kind of personal touch, a little bit of extra kick to the dish. So it's really helpful for just kind of adding that little bit of extra flavor. So you're just going to add it on top. Kind of push it down with your spoon to make sure that it all gets in there. And then you're just going to blend, as I said. You want to use your spoon to kind of mix it around. And we'll come back when we're all ready. All right, so this seems about right. If you guys can see that, it's basically, as I said, just, you got the little bit of chunks, but it's still kind of nice and liquidy so it can spread. Also, I just wanted to clarify real quick, the heat's been getting to me. I misspoke last time. I meant it's 14, as I said before, 14 ounces of sliced peppers. Roasted sliced peppers, that's what you're putting in. Not tomatoes, that'd be a little bit too much tomato. But either way, once you get your dish to about that consistency, we're gonna move on to the final part, which is adding it to our chicken. So this was just super easy, just, grilled chicken. Like, it really doesn't matter since this sauce is super versatile. It doesn't really matter how you grill your chicken, it'll go with it either way. I just tossed mine on the grill for a bit, took it off, and that's just what we have here. Nothing super special, because the special part comes here, which is to say, it's our sauce. So we're just gonna kind of put that on the side. Just, a little bit of plating, Food Network chef. But we're just gonna put that on the side. You can kind of dip your chicken into it, just like you would a barbecue sauce or something like that. There you go. The consistency may seem a little strange, but I promise it is a delicious dish. And then we can add the rest later, or you can put it in a nice bowl for after you're done. There we go. And here we go. Here's our dish. It's delicious. I must say, the sauce is amazing. And it goes perfectly with almost any grilled food. And there we go. So thank you guys so much for coming by. I really hope you try this, and I hope you can spice up your barbecues with your own little bit of extra Spanish touch. Thank you very much.